Salam alaikum, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 3, featuring Femme Fatale, Void Elf Monk Novaxaru. Thank y'all so much for tuning into episode 3. I seriously cannot believe how fast these series just progress more and more. The more I level and everything, the more they just, in a blink of an eye, it's incredible. But just in case this is your first time tuning into this particular series, top right corner of the screen is going to be a playlist card. Go ahead and click it, and it'll take you directly to this character's leveling series specific playlist. Throughout the video, we'll also have a card in the top right screen, which will take you to a few other different characters in their leveling journey, as well as the channel, just in case you would like to go ahead and support the channel. It's greatly all appreciated. Main objective of the Let's Level series is pretty much leveling every class, different race every single time, or at least most of the time, as much as I can. We're back at it in the Pandaria Isles, helping out our monk Pandaren brothers and sisters, and freeing some miners. It's good to see y'all again. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the series as much as pretty much I'm enjoying it. Monk is definitely it's certainly different. Even at, what is this, level 24? Even still, I mean, just the utility that Monk has very early on is astounding to me. It's like, this is a damage dealer that has a, the class homogenization in retail is just interesting, because yes, we have a self-heal. We also have a role that we can traverse at least a quarter of a particular portion of a zone. Not an entire zone, but like a quarter of where, a little area that we're in. We have a ranged attack, which is not that great. We just have a lot of freaking utility. Unreal. I hope y'all are enjoying, oh my goodness, enjoying y'all time in Azeroth, regardless of what iteration of the game y'all are playing, be it a retail, Cataclysm Classic, very soon to be MOP, quite literally, a week and a half away. Classic Anniversary, Seasons of Discovery, Classic Era, does not matter. I sincerely hope, regardless of where you are in Azeroth, y'all are enjoying your time on the game. Alright, so these aren't, obviously these are spider dudes, but they're not spiders, so I can deal with these guys. Little crystal gorgers, greenstone gorgers. Jade gorgers, maybe? It says greenstone, but honestly, this might be jade, now that I'm looking at it. God, that is a strong fist palm right there. Alright, freed 8 out of the 8 miners. I believe I have another objective. Oh, the gorgers, okay. What? Oh, what? Dude! Dude. So I was saying, dude, I was taken back for a second there because I was like, these aren't really spiders, so how the heck can they create webs? Unless these are webs of other spiders, but they're green, so it's like, that makes no sense. But took me off guard was the flying kick. That's, I think, the first time I ever used this thing, and oh my goodness, it is incredibly awesome. Look at this, dude. What? The roll is good, but the Liu Kang dragon kick over here is insane. It doesn't look like it deals much damage. It looks like it's just kind of like a catch-up mechanic, or a little tool we can utilize to get from point A to point B on a dungeon run, just in case you were ever like falling behind or whatnot. Still, that was super cool. Again, just kind of talking about the utility of a monk is incredible. Dude. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that, but I gotta be careful because with a lot of later dungeons in the game, the chances of falling off and like abusing that and just having fun, but like falling off, I just feel like it's gonna happen at some point. So I gotta calm myself down here a little bit. Flying Dragon Kick, roll. 2 ranged abilities. We got Spinning Crane Kick, Fists of Fury, a self-heal. I mean, what? A revive? I mean, what is there not to love about that? Do monks get everything? I've been missing out. Monks, I take a lot of what I said about y'all back being overpowered. Y'all are overpowered, in my opinion. I was unfamiliar with y'all's game. I'm a fan. What's mine is yours. I love the puns in Warcraft. I really do.
Hold on tight.
Warcraft has always been about puns, or at least in terms of the character name generator. It's y'all have always had the best character names. I think in Final Fantasy, in terms of like for our community, we tend to be a little bit more serious, or at least we used to be back in like, I mean, this is going back with like the EverQuest, you know, the MMO EverQuest days and such. But like, wow, I always remembered people having like names that were based on puns, or essentially they were puns, and it's like, where did you even come up with this stuff? And a friend, it was actually Perona that told me a good portion of them actually came from the randomizer. So I don't know if that's how the randomizer was just trained or how it works, but still cool stuff.
I like you. You keep things interesting. Snow Lily, we're back from the quarry. Got a
Special delivery, green jades for...
Honey bear! I mean... It is about time. Don't you snow lily me. We were worried sick about you. And the delivery...
yes.
The honorable law walker has been waiting... Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
The mean queen of green. Well, I mean, to my married couples out there, fathers, mothers, to my married couple out there, does this not, did that scene not hit home? Did it not hit home for most of us, especially us that have been married for like a multitude of years? Alrighty. We got our second pillar done. Pretty cool beans. Yeah, that scene hit home. It really, it kind of hits home. It's like look at Lore Walker Cho right here, standing next to the mean green lady. I mean, that just looks like a husband and Mrs. Like, you come home, like the husband comes home from a long day of work and you're just like, oh gosh, and everything. And then the wife is right there. Gentlemen, hear me out. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? She just smiles, or maybe you get a smile, maybe you get whatever, and then she immediately just slaps down on the table. Oh, good, you're off today. Hey, by the way, here's like a list of everything that needs to be done. And you're just like, oh my goodness. Can this not wait a little bit? Is it so pertinent? I'm right, gentlemen, am I not? Am I not right, my fellow husbands out there in the world? Dude, the Jade Temple grounds. This place is sick. So questing and dungeons. I definitely think let's go ahead and run some dungeons. I'm thinking. While as we do some questing in the area.
Greetings, wanderer. May the mists protect you.
Maybe we'll get lucky. I really haven't run a hard. I don't think I've run any Mists of Pandaria dungeons ever. Actually, well, no, I haven't. So this is going to be fun because I'm going to have to learn. I think it's going to be fun to learn from the damage dealing perspective, and rather than just jumping into it and the complete unknown on like a healer. So I'm pretty thankful I'm doing this on a damage dealer and not a healer, because at least that way, like time walking, if Mist comes back in the time walking rotation,
Welcome. Jade Serpent.
I'll at least have a little bit more of a better idea of how to handle these things. Dude, is the scenery in this, the Isles is insane. Look at this. Y'all telling me you wouldn't live in like Southeast Asia or just Asia in general? I would. Shoot.
Hello.
If I had the opportunity tomorrow to sit there and say, hey, you can go live in Korea, or hey, you can go live in Vietnam. Oh my, 110%. I'd be like, cool, I'm packing up. Why not? Change of pace, change of scenery. Get to experience an older culture.
May you find mastery in your
Like, why not? By the way, y'all, what are we gonna call this owl? I'm trying to think of a name for this guy. He's pretty much gonna be our companion. I mean, maybe I'll show off the Void Elf's heritage. I think the Void Strider. Man, y'all got so lucky, dude. Did the Alliance really need a Blood Elf? We couldn't just keep it to ourselves on the Horde side. Y'all had to get one. Oh my gosh, this is sick. I'm sure many of you have done this before. I'm sure a lot of you have probably done this, but so I guess I'm following tradition, but get that thumbnail in there. Get that thumbnail. Do it for the gram, no? That's sick. But yeah, let's think of a name to call this our owl bro here. We have Saw Dude, who will make a return at some point. The pet tiger, the lazy West Coast pet tiger for our companion for our huntress Amaria.
Mists protect.
We've got who else? Who else?
Jade Serpent. Guide you.
I've got the Immortal Nova on the Blood Elf Paladin, the Chocobo. Of whom I really don't think I used all that often. I mean, I used him a good amount of times, but not like a crazy amount. We got to come up with a name for this guy, because we're gonna see Owl Bro here a lot. A traditional flying kite. Get us straight into... Oh my goodness. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a home like this. The cinematic experience thus far in Mist is bar none better than any expansion I've played thus far. War Within, eat your heart out. This is how you do it. How do you introduce a player into the zone? How do you get them involved? How do you... I kind of don't want to... Sorry, y'all. I kind of don't want to spoil anything too much. But we were about to have a cutscene right there. My apologies. We're probably gonna be skipping a majority of the cutscenes in the Let's Level series, because I really want y'all to also experience these storylines. It's very possible I'll go back and actually like play the storylines on like a side series of sorts, but I don't want to create too many spoilers. Although technically, if you really think about it, the dungeons already do that. Gosh, this is amazing. This is beautiful. It's like a combination of two zones from like or levels from like Tomb Raider 2 and then amplified times 10. This is beautiful. Jade is also a stone of fortune. Pretty sure it's a stone of good luck. in Asian cultures. We don't keep a lot of jade in our home. Not even the fake stuff. We have like a little bit, but not like anything crazy. What I really want, as a gardener, I love to, one day when I'm able to, let me backtrack here because I'm trying to catch myself and also trying to actually formulate a cohesive sentence, so my apologies. Myself and the missus are in the process of trying to secure a home, or trying to go through the home ownership program, or various little different home ownership programs and such. Yeah, we're also in that line of our life at this point, trying to secure keys to a home, oh my goodness, if we get lucky, we end up with a little bit of land. I would love to build a koi pond, like an authentic koi pond with a lot of Asian inspired stuff and everything, like a good luck like charm, like the frogs. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the frogs, this with the statue, and they're, shooting water out their mouths and everything. I totally want to do that. To have land again. We had a koi pond on the farm. Back on my folks' farm, country farm. And let me tell you, kois, they need a bit, they're hardy little things, but they grow huge, like big. And you need to be, they need a good deep system. And I remember digging out, like we dug out by hand, well, tools as well, but we dug out a koi pond by hand, and it was wonderful. But I realized when I was filling it up that I was like, this probably isn't going to be enough for these dudes, and I need to actually make it bigger. So this was like a hot summer day in June, going back like 4 years at this point. And I just remember my pit mix at the time, as I filled up the whole thing. Dude was such a goofball. He'd freaking like take his head and he would stick his head in the water as I'm putting the fish in, and I'm like, oh no, dude, get out of here. And I'm trying to, like, imagine trying to take like a pit bull and take him like out of the pond. Like, it's, dogs are so silly, dude. I love dogs. I've grown up around dogs all my life, but they are fascinating little things, fascinating creatures. Which is ironic because I also had a shepherd who did the same dang thing. They like stick the tip of their nose, their little snout, and just put it right in the water. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here?
Hi there.
The only dog I had that was smart enough not to do that was just the Westie. Of all my goofy goobers of the pack, she was the only smart one that would just sit there and watch. She wouldn't do anything, which was, I mean, she was more interested in hunting other things, foxes, coyotes on occasions, and anything else, anything in between. Bears. She would go, oh my goodness. I think I've said in previous videos, but I had a Westie and she would dart after a bear, no problem. Black bear, she wouldn't care. She was a tough son of a gun. Scotland, thank you for breeding one of the best small dog breeds ever. Earth dog breeds. We got a little dragon's train. Like, it's so cool to see all this training and everything. I love how there are different colors and such. It's really funny too because the real life Novaxaru, of whom I played FF11 for many years, she was a huge fan of Asian culture as well. And I remember some nights we would like practice a little bit of Japanese, because FF11 at the time had a huge Japanese community, very big JP community. And there was a little bit of rivalry simply because for us in the West and for how competitive, I mean, we're talking, this is like a EverQuest tradition, like an EverQuest style MMO. And the more information you had in terms of like getting gear, what notorious monsters to hunt, that would, some of them, they would only spawn every 24 or 48 hours and such. So the timing of a lot of these things, the timing of a lot of these rare, very, very rare mobs, like think of it like in World of Warcraft, y'all have rare mobs, but it seems like a good majority of them spawn pretty common or have like a good time frame to them. But in FF11, we had mobs that wouldn't spawn for like 48 hours at the TOD, or the time of death. So we would practice Japanese on occasions just so we can communicate with some of her JP friends, because they had great information, and most of them did. Most of them would be able to tell her, yeah, you're looking for this mob. This mob's, yeah, I know that this mob was the last TOD was around this time, and we would we'd go hunting. Hunting rares was like my thing in FF11. Back in our original Link Shell, Moogles Guild, which, who knows? Are these literally bookworms? They're actual bookworms. Holy crow. How cute. I don't like the squish sound, but we got actual bookworms. Moths and bookworms, man. What the heck? So yeah, we would hunting rares has always been my thing. I always want to try to bring the Moogles guild back into fruition, like I guess even in a World of Warcraft version, or even just like a community, because I realized in WoW, y'all can create communities. You don't necessarily have to create a guild. It's very much like a free company kind of thing. Like you have your link shell, well, you have your free company, which is the guild, and then the link shell, which is more of like a chat for like a community of sorts. And in WoW, I think the iteration is you have your guild, and then you also have your community that you can do, which could be a thing down the road for our YouTube community right here, growing on the Holy City WoW, growing on the Let's Level every class, you know.
I'm out of range.
That's a thing I've considered, so maybe at some point. Not right now. I still think I'm a little too young in the game. I got little dragon dudes helping me. I got little dragon buddies. Look at these little dudes. Or at least they were here. Yeah, there they are. Red and gold. So I think I need to get green and blue. And just like in good old country boy, we have chores to do. Tasks of helping. The tasks are never ending. But what makes this expansion a little bit different that I'm really noticing is the blending of the, not only just like the culture, but really it's like they captured the authentic aesthetics of growing up in like an Asian inspired home and everything. Like just having chores after chores, and then education, which is incredibly important, and then you get to the tiger parenting, which is crazy all of itself and whatnot. No thank you on that part. I'll completely not, I'll skip over the tiger parenting. Bismillah. Level 26, we unlocked the Siege of, I could not pronounce that. I think it was Nyaja temple. And it looks like the gate of the setting sun. Really good names for these dungeons too. We still also haven't gotten a single one, so let's see here. Let's go to Miss. Let's go to the DF, the dungeon finder for Miss of Pandaria. Kind of surprised we didn't get anything time walking wise, but it's okay. Or at least it was taking quite a while. Let's see what we can get for a miss queue. Can I not jump over this? I don't think it's allowing me to, so we gotta take the long way down. Okay, we can jump over that, but we couldn't jump over the 3rd floor for whatever reason? Okay. But yeah, it was really nice, and especially like on the forums for like FF11 back in the day. It was nice to be able to communicate with different people from different ethnical backgrounds or different ethnicities and such. But like if you knew or understood a good amount of Japanese, it was really beneficial, at least back in the day. And then things kind of changed, obviously. The game progressed, expansions, and all that jazz. But yeah, we would, me and Nova, we would go hunting for rare NMs all the time. Well, notorious monsters, that's what we called it. But basically think about it as rares.
Where are you from?
We would just pick like a good 5 in a day, and we would do that. Heck, our guild, or Link Shell,
Story.
Moogles, we had a rare notorious monster hunting team. We called it the Hunters Union, and we had 1 day a week where we would get together just to go hunt mobs. Dude, I want a carpet like this again. I had a Persian carpet too back at the farm, and I didn't bring it with me. I kick myself to this day for not getting it, or for not bringing it down.
I apologize for the deception, but it was
Well, I think this is a good time for a little bit of a tea break. Pardon me one moment.
We have never seen one of your kind. It was imperative that I first measure the bearing of your heart. Come ride with me, little one. There is something I wish you to see. The temple priests are too frightened to face the truth. I grow old, little one. My time on this world is nearly done. Do you see the great statue in the distance? The builders have toiled for many years, and it is nearly complete. A little more jade, the jade you helped to acquire, and it will be finished. With my last breath, I will transfer my life essence into the statue, and a new guardian will be born. Do not be saddened. The cycle is clear. It neither begins nor ends with me. Someday, you may also be called upon to defend all that is dear to you. When that day comes, seek all the light and wonder of this world and fight. We live together.
I can
or
finally
we
check
die
off the
together.
box
All
that I
Pandaria
rode.
Is connected.
An ancient Chinese dragon? How sick is this? How sick was that, y'all? Please, let
Goodbye,
me know.
one. I will see you
That was
soon enough.
such a... man, such a good way to just introduce elements, make the area feel alive. How do you capture the player and retain their attention? How do you make them want to know more about an expansion and a zone? That's how you do it.
You are most welcome.
That is how you do it.
Keep your eyes and heart open, spirits.
Absolutely loving this. Taking a while. Nope. We are going to stay committed. I am committed to the lid, and we're going to find it. We are going to find a team for dungeons. Did y'all ever have a guild like that? Like, how did y'all do guilds in WoW back in the day? Like, obviously there was the dedication to raiding, but did you guys have any specialized teams? Like, did y'all have teams where you would get together for, to go hunt rares in the game, like just do smaller kind of stuff? Or did you guys have like for us, we had the Hunters Union that I talked about briefly. We had the Chocobo Mounted unit, which was just I think they got together every Sunday, like Sunday morning, like after most people went to church and everything, and they would they'd go ride around different zones, or they'd pick a few zones and ride chocobos around, like chocobos that they have raised, because you could do that back in the day, or back in the game. And how they would have like multiple different colors. You'd have people with their showcase in the blues and the reds, the greens and the blacks, like everything. It was so awesome. And I think that's also what helps build camaraderie for guilds, is you actually do stuff. Like, you would just host little events and everything. Do people even do these type of things these days? Like, nowadays, do people actually like do this stuff? Because I know a lot of people say in the communities that, like, oh, Admiral, hey, looking good there, Admiral, sir, salute.
The alliance must prevail.
Oh, it's been incredibly insightful. Salute back. Helping the cause. Check in with the bold Karashi. Alright, we will do that. We will do that, Admiral. He's looking good. He's got his PvP pauldrons on, so you know he's seen some stuff. You know, that level 14 grind. That classic 14 grind. Could it be me? Could not be me. Ooh, looks like we got a ceremony here. Gotta repair this or something? Okay. But yeah, I wish there's more of a, I understand there's more of a consensus where a lot of people that like do dungeons and such don't necessarily talk a lot nowadays, or like get together to do like social events in game, but I think that's so important for guilds to do. I know we attempted to do a lot of get-togethers. The last guild that I ran in Classic Anniversary, or assisted ran really, we had the promotional ceremonies, and we would do it I think it was like every 3 months, and we'd get together on a Friday before we started dungeons, like before we started doing dungeon runs, and we would do everything we could to like make your community feel important. If there's a person behind the game itself, and you never know what somebody else is going through in life, so you always want to make people feel important. You know, especially if you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. If you're going to be spending a lot of good quality time with them, it's very key, or it'd behoove you to make people feel important. So when I truthfully, when I say thank you to everybody here who's been like supporting the channel, I really genuinely mean that. And I hope that I can get to a point to where I can create stuff for y'all, not just video wise, but like create stuff that y'all can feel a part of this journey, not just you're watching the videos and everything and watching the series and the characters. I've got a lot of different ideas and such. Like I still have all of the little guild emotes that are class specific that I would love to do for, like, I don't know, maybe a future stream, or I don't know, I guess memberships or something, if that ever becomes an option, to where y'all can actually use that, and like, I don't know, like on a stream chat or just comments, you can choose. I don't know if that's even possible, but you can like choose specifically which one. No, we are staying. We're totally staying in the Mist Dungeon. We'll find a Mist Dungeon. Don't worry, DF. I'm not changing away from anything.
Nice to see you.
What's up, little Lou? Good to see ya.
Take care.
Reporting
Agent
for duty.
Kernan, good to see you. You crazy lady. But yeah, I mean, let's see what we can accomplish together, team. Let's go ahead and take care of this guy right here. Also, I'm going. Oh, you can spin. I can spin too, buddy. You can spin. I can spin too. Here's a bunch of fists for your payment. Thank you for your time. I know the channel's closing in now on, I think, 60 subscribers. Again, thank y'all very kindly. Seriously insane. Seriously insane. The fact that there's y'all that enjoy watching this series, this iteration. Or this huge concept that I just took and just pretty much ran with it. But I would, again, I've got a lot of ideas stored in the bank and a lot of concepts that I would love to bring to fruition here. I just need to capture I just need to get to that point. Need to work. I'm all about earning it, work hard, achieve it, earn it, and then that concept visually or just that thought can become something very, very big. So it's gonna take time and I'm all about it. Look at that little dude.
The Alliance shall prevail.
Well, sir, reporting for duty, sir.
Soldiers' duty.
My feet are wet and the pearls are still shiny. Yes, sir. Objective complete. Oh my goodness. It's pretty funny because my sergeant is of Taiwanese descent, and he teaches me a little bit of both a Mandarin and Cantonese, because he can not fluent, but he can understand quite a bit of it. So he teaches me a little bit, but I'm not necessarily good at either. But I do enjoy it when I can hear it, or when I can, like, when I'm out in the field and I can pick up on it, and I'll be like, oh, and it just opens up worlds and doors for conversation. Monks, I'm also going to go here, just say this as well. Touch of Death is amazing. You guys get a one-shot ability. You guys get a one-shot ability. How sick. How much more? I don't know, man. Monks get everything. This is so cool. So I also just recently checked the channel analytics a little bit. Turns out there's a good amount of y'all that actually watch these vids on television. Sick, by the way. I'm genuinely curious, how does the ultra-wide settings for WoW look on like a TV for like a series and such? Let me know, because I only edit in the scope of what I know, and I don't necessarily edit. I try to make everything look good, but like for TV, I don't know how to edit everything, so please let me know. That's super cool.
How does today
Like if you guys are watching this series with your kids and family, that's super, super cool, and I genuinely hope... Well, actually I should say, hey y'all.
every good story.
But if y'all are enjoying the content, maybe consider tossing a like, leaving a comment, and even consider subscribing to further support the channel and our initiatives. Like I said, the team, we are closing in on 60, and the journey to 100 being the next major goal that I have for the channel is insane. I think, what, for like channel memberships, I think nowadays, I think it's like, what, 500 subscribers and like 3,000 watch hours, and then the whole partnership program, I think it's like 4,000 hours or something for watch time. It's changed so much from what I remember it being. But yeah, I'm on a journey we're on a journey. I'm trying to earn every single subscription. So if I've earned your trust, consider it. but only if you want to, and only if you feel that I have earned it. If I haven't earned that trust yet, don't do it. But do consider continue to watch the channel and the series. I hope to earn every single subscription possible, and thank y'all again. Shukran. The Serpent's Overlook. This looks like a nice little house on a hill. Alright, let's go ahead and put this heirloom on the... Oh, whoa, whoa, we got a dungeon. And I got a cutscene. I didn't plan this. Sorry, cutscene. We've been waiting all this time for a dungeon. We finally got it. Let's go. Let's get in there. Temple of the Jade Serpent.
Welcome. Travel safe.
Gosh, I love these hairstyles. They're so freaking cool. Alright, so we got a warlock. Here I am as the monk. We got a druid. A hunter. A hunter. Ooh. Hunter, do yourself the favor. Let's go with tradition. Well, the looting rules and retail are way different. Otherwise, I was going to say, Hunter, I better see you lot or roll on every single item as long as it's not a healer or a tanking item. Everything else, I better see the tradition stand. You got to keep that tradition alive, Hunters. Loot on everything. Unless it just blatantly is something that you don't need, then don't do that. I jest. I jest, everybody. Oh gosh, Hunters. Hunters in Classic were something. If y'all ever play Classic Anniversary, that tradition stood the test of time. Corrupted water. Oop, I gotta get out of that. We got some elementals here to take care of too.
Watch your feet.
Seems like he bubbles to shield himself, and I don't know if taking care of all of these little mobs around him and the elementals is going to crack the shield. But it looks like as long as the tank keeps him provoked and keeps the hate on him, then we take care of the side mobs and then pretty much do what we gotta do.
Watch your feet.
These water slimes remind me a lot of the oozes that we had in 11 too. Especially in there was some areas where those things were definitely a lot more prominent. One of them in particular was, I think, called the Royal Jelly, or had a name to it. And would drop like a jelly ring, which would neutralize 20% of physical damage.
Watch your feet.
Or maybe not nullify, but heavily reduced 20% of physical, like actual physical damage. So we would hunt that all the time for our paladin mains, because it was just a dedicated tank piece. So I'm gonna swap to, okay, his shield's down. Sorry, fish bro. You may be wise, but you are unwise, sir. You weren't wise enough. Oh wow, a Kultaran. Or Kultiran? How do y'all say that race's name? Is it Kultiran, or is it, I call it Kultaran. Could just be me doing that. It really could just be me when I'm trying to figure stuff out. So it looks like we were just at this temple too, so I guess somewhere in the story the Jade Temple gets taken. Either by the Shadow Pandas or from the inside. There might be a sneaky going on further in the story. So I mean, it actually kind of goes back to what I said at the earlier portion of the video. Like, doing the dungeons is going to spoil the content if you pay close enough attention. But this might be a different panda faction. Either that, or somebody thought of something that turns out it's evil, and their evil thoughts took over, and power and wisdom and all that. A tale as true as time. So kind of in one way, I'm kind of not surprised. Like, I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm kind of not. But it's okay. I just hope this isn't actually, like, the last dungeon in the storyline. I don't think it is, but... Wonder if this was meant to be, like, one of the halfway dungeons. The male warlock demon minion. You rarely see that one. So that's pretty cool. Ugh, stuns. A monk's worst nightmare. Be stunned by everything.
Your forces are weak. The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hands.
I mean, what if we don't want the heart of this great serpent? You know what I mean?
Jade serpent, grant me strength.
Jade serpent? You mean the serpent we just rode? Like, literally the serpent that we just rode? Oh, this dungeon... Oh, this is about to get funky, dude. Nice! It is the Jade serpent, or at least the spirit. Dude, that's so awesome. Lou Flameheart down. It looks like we might have skipped Lorewalker Stone. Yeah, so it looks like we're skipping one of the bosses in this dungeon. And there's the Shaw of Doubt. Looks like there was doubt in in Lou's little heart. Not cool. Not cool, Lou. Get a nice roll in there and let's get to it. I have no idea what to expect for this guy, so we're just gonna spin crane kick, fists of fury, anything that we possibly can. Touch of nothingness. Uh-oh. I mean, but he's going down very fast. Do I really need to avoid? Oh, wow. We each have a clone. Nice. I wonder if there's like a mythic version of this dungeon. Because that's a cool mechanic. It actually creates different iterations of everybody that's in the dungeon. Shaw of Doubt, and with that, y'all, it looks like, are we gonna hunt this the second boss? I don't think we are, but man, that was cool. That was sick. Oh, and look at that. We can turn in the quests right here. Nice. But Bismillah, great job, team. Leggings of the Fifth Son or Lou's? I think we're going to go with Lou's leggings. We're starting to slowly look more like a monk. And I'm liking that. Got a lot of different things added to the collection. I mean, first dungeon down, I'm not going to complain. That was really fun. I wonder if we're going to... Yeah, looks like we're actually going to do it. I mean, we're only now a team of 4 though, so are we gonna continue in the queue, or are we gonna go try to hunt this last little boss?
Too far away.
the source of the corruption. Quickly!
Ah, it is not yet over. From what I see, we face the trial of the young Ghoul. Let me shed some light. As the tale goes, the young Ghoul was traveling across the Chromie plains when suddenly he was ambushed by two strange creatures.
For the ancients!
I'm out of range.
The young Ghoul attacked the beast with great determination and ferocity. Yet, the more he attacked, the more the smell of beast grew. However, when he let it alone, the beast shrank to near nothingness.
Target change. AOE incoming.
So it seems like we will not get to complete this dungeon. Not the biggest thing in the world. We can always come back, and I have a very good feeling we're gonna come back. We also just had our healer drop, so it's probably a good idea if we go ahead and get to the next dungeon that's on rotation. I mean, look at this. We're hanging in, but... Oh, no. Was bound to happen. How cool. How ironic. Alright, so we didn't get to complete that boss.
Hello there.
Not the biggest thing in the world. I have a very good feeling we're going to be hitting up the Temple of the Jade Serpent a little bit more, a little bit further down the road. But now it appears we are at a brewery, so I don't drink, but I understand a lot of y'all may, casually, and that's cool. So this looks like it's going to be a little fun little dungeon. We go from serious, we go to a little bit more fun. I'm all about the vibes, so let's do it. Still rocking pretty much same group. Let's level 28. Climbing up the ladder almost to the halfway point of the leveling journey. Bismillah. Look at these guys sleeping and everything. Are these workers of the brewery? I've actually never been to a brewery in my entire life, but I have plenty of cohorts on our unit that have been to what is that brewery in Kentucky? What is the one in Kentucky, family? Help me out here. Oh my goodness, this room is a party house. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, what is the famous brewery that I swear it's in Kentucky? This obviously shows y'all I don't drink, but anyways, I think there's a famous brewery. Oh goodness, boss is already here. I guess I can't chase those guys down. And there's barrels. We're playing Donkey Kong here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this party started. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the vibes are already on point. But I don't drink, so I will skip out. We can, I'll gladly take a glass of orange juice over ice, however, if you happen to have. And good on you if you caught that, if y'all caught that reference. It's from an anime, that's all I'll say. It is from that is a direct reference to an anime, but I actually have used that in real life, and I've had a waitress sit there and look at me and just like in slight confusion, like what? Second boss down, or sorry, excuse me, first boss down. Hops. What is that, guys? I'm trying to... Trying to read as I go here. So the second boss is something hop. So I'm assuming it's gonna hop, like these rabbits, these little hares. Dude, Nova would love this. She would seriously... I hope she's gonna be watching this. I know she does. But Nova, you gotta hop on the game. Girl, do yourself a favor. Hop on WoW, because I know you would love this stuff. Hey, big boy. You've had quite the entrance there. So this is Mr. Hops. No doubt he can shoot some hoops and hit the rim pretty good. And although April is past, Easter and all that has passed, it's cool to see we got another, we definitely have a little bit of variation here in the dungeon. Whoa, whoa, he was clipping through there. Wait a minute, where'd he go? Does he reset, or like, did we do something wrong? What is it? What's going on? Help me out here, team. Oh, he does reset. I don't think I've ever seen a dungeon boss actually reset. But it's good to know that if you try to take him in there, he will reset. But yeah, I genuinely have never seen that happen before, and it's good to know that it can. Spin cycle, spin cycle. Not really gonna help you out here too much, buddy.
Shockwave.
Oh, too many carrots. Dude, these guys got hammers. And dynamite. Hoptalis. Defeated. Second dungeon down. Look at that little dude moving the carrot. How cool.
What's it?
Thank you. Oh, well, moving the carrot. No, he's taking the carrot. Excuse me. Looks like I got some elementals here.
Those are our flying.
So is this brewery like run by a family of sorts? Like some brewmasters? And it's pretty much like a lot of breweries. I have watched a few documentaries on some like family related breweries or just some of the famous ones and whatnot. It's very interesting to see just how like it's pretty much like generational, and how stuff gets moved down the line, and you got the sons that eventually take over, or even the daughters, and you start to see a lot of this stuff. It's pretty cool.
I do not have a target.
All right, team. I think we're finally at the last boss of this, the tasting room.
Yes, so close.
Just another pinch. Just a pinch. Oh, is this gonna be a series? Are we gonna have to fight like a few different rounds of a few different things? So these elementals are actually alcohol-related elementals.
Just a drop of honey and a cane of sugar and maybe some corn.
More corn.
More corn.
Oh, bad idea. Luckily, our tank here is doing a phenomenal job. But I think maybe I actually needed to be out of the center area for him to get full aggro. So that way, like, AoEing these things, these little elemental bros, down would be a little bit easier. I think I'll try to remember that for next time. I might have messed that up. I'm sorry, Druid.
Yes, yes! No, 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 no! Yes!
Alright there, Brewmaster. Calm down. Your brew's not going anywhere. I'm sure it's gonna taste fine, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to concoct here. Just know, I don't drink, so I'll have a glass of water while my teammates here no doubt probably want a little bit of a taste test.
What is that thing?
Gather item.
Ooh, that is a big guy.
Thing will stop me now. Not what I'm
Looks like we got a mechanic here. Get fizzy,
Don't look at it.
get to a bubble, and fly. Ah, to avoid what it looks, or what, at least what it appears to be down there. Getting intoxicated, I suppose. I've actually never drank any of the alcoholic beverages in game. I just know you can actually get impaired in game, which I think is absolutely silly but very funny. Because it actually has effects. At least in Classic it did. We are about to complete this dungeon. Great job, team. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break and call it here. Thank you all so much for tuning into episode 3. Again, the support for the channel and the Let's Leveling series has been amazing. Definitely loving the whole vibe and the feel of Monk. We hit level 29. Next episode, I'm thinking we go back and hit up some questing, maybe push for level 35, 40, give or take, and see what the rest of the Pandaria Isles has in store for us. That's all I got though for now. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Please be safe out there. And thank y'all again so very much for all your continued support. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Take care, everybody, and have a good one.